So I'm at the office at Corkhill Brothers, and there's this lovely lady sitting there. Hello. I'm just checking the granite here. They got the yellow granite and the red granite, depending on your preference. Okay, so the yellow granite looks like that. So it looks similar to what I use. It's not exactly what I use, but we'll get to see and try. And then this one is the red granite. There you go. We've got half a cubic meter. If you don't have a trailer, also pump up your tires. Pump up your tires. Or else you're going to flatten it. So it's a bit wet. Whoa. This kind of looks different, well.
It's the same.
Yeah, okay. Hello there. My name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. Every time it rains, this happens. I would rake my granite off, and when it rains, they get compacted again. So now if I need to get, oh my goodness, see, it's still pretty wet underneath because we just had rain a couple of days ago. So, but oh, it turns it to like really hard rock, and all I want, it's just a couple of small buckets, but it still takes me a good half an hour to fill this up. Now with the camera on, it's gonna take me longer, but anyway, that's why it's best to buy it not on a trailer load, but just buckets. So where we get our granite from, this is now the crushed granite that I'm using. This is not decomposed granite, by the way. I thought first up they're decomposed granite, but they're not. They're not decomposed granite, but it's more like crushed granite. They're still softer compared to quartz, so it's still alright. And you can see some pieces will have some decomposing or not. I had a couple, I found a couple. See, you can see that's just, it's gonna take probably another 2 or 3 or 5 million years before that starts decomposing, where the iron oxide gets into the granite and starts breaking it down. But for now, I got nothing else to use, so I'm gonna go with everyone else and use this granite, but with amendments. So it's like, I'm still going to use this because this is what's available, and this is what's available for a lot of people around the world. Some places don't even have granite. So, and for those of you that do get granite, this is the amended version. Okay. So now I'm ready to sieve. But before I do that, I just want to show you how labor extensive this whole process is. I wish I could use my old decomposed granite. This is what's left of my decomposed granite that I originally was using. So they all come like this. So once I get them out of the ground, they're already like that. See, look how nice and decomposed that is. That's why I don't need to do anything with this one apart from sieve it. So let's go get a little bit and compare it with the other one. So this is what the crushed granite looks like. This is what you use for driveways and all of that, but these are not naturally decomposed like this one. See the difference? So this is, okay, I'll just do a little bit here. Oh, clumps and all. This is really hard. Look at that. It's all clumping up. And very dusty. I hate it. But if you haven't got anything else, what can you do? So I'm trying to accommodate those of you who doesn't have, who can't get hold of decomposed granite or the same decomposed granite that I'm using. Okay, so crushing a granite is different to decomposed granite. So this is the difference. So that's okay. Just to be fair, there you go. This is my love decomposed granite. This is crushed granite. This is what most of you are getting on the right here. So, but working with what you've got, or what I have now, because I'm using this too. See, I still have access to this one, and I wish I could bag it up and sell it to you, but I can't. Okay, I have to open the business to do that, and then if I do that, then I won't be able to upload videos. There you go. So now with this, okay, I got my sieve. This is my fauceting sieve with this old one, or the old decomposed granite. Okay, all I do with my old decomposed granite is put it in a sieve like this. Hang on. Sieve it like that, and whatever big pieces like this, for example, I throw this in the garden, put this in the garden as dressing for my garden. But anyway, I'm gonna use it with this one now, so I'll just throw that in there. So this one now, whatever's left over, I don't even use this bottom sieve for it. I only use the bottom sieve if I want to save this and use this as dressings for my succulent, for my pretty pots, or any pots basically, dressing. So, but I normally just use the 1/4 inch sieve. I don't bother with the 1/8 inch sieve, and I just put it straight into my soil mix. Now I'm mixing another batch here. So I just do that, mix it all up, and I'm ready. I'm good and ready to go. But we haven't got that, okay? So what I showed you is you can't get it. I can, but you can't. So I'm showing you now a new version. We're in working with this crushed granite. So after you get the crushed granite, you put it here like that. I'll put a bit more. There you go. And then I use a fairly thick gloves. So if you have plastic sieve or strainer, then you can't really do this, push it. Oh, it's so dusty. You're best wearing a dust mask as well. Okay, or a mask of some sort. Now, this one now, I'm going to take this. See those big pieces there? A lot of them still have little balls like that, which you have to crush. See, look at that. See, that's just dirt. Like, disgusting. Anyway, now I'll put this one here. And this one now, I have to do this. Okay? And sieve it. And the sieve I'm using is a prospecting sieve. It's a 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch, and it's available online from any detector shop or detector store, or fossicking or prospecting / mining stores online, or the nearest one near you. Anyway, you sieve it like this. After you sieve it like that, I put it here. So this grit now is the same. Just gonna get closer. Come a little closer. Okay, as that one there. So this one, okay. Oh, I'm gonna put it here like so. Now I'm gonna make a mess in my garage. There you go. Okay. So now, how do I get this one now? This one, I use a little kitchen strainer available from any grocery store or kitchen cutlery places. Now, anyway, kitchen whatever, you know what I mean. Now this one now, I put a little bit and I sieve it again. Okay, I'll just put this one normally, not on the same one here, but okay, we do it like that, And we sieve, 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 sieve. Get rid of the powder stuff. Okay, and then put it in there. So that's my finer grit pile. And this one now, I throw this in the garden. I don't want to use this anymore. And after I do that, these two, I wash and strain it again and dry it. So it's a long process of sieving, washing and drying. So this is my drying box here. So I got this one from IKEA. It's quite big container. Now and then after I dry it, then you'd come up with, my whole camera screen is covered with dust, but anyway, what you gonna do for love? Anyway, this one now, this is the washed crushed granite. I don't want to call this decomposed granite because it's not decomposed granite. So this is crushed granite, and this is what it looks like when, hang on, I'll just take clean hands first. So I'll get this one. This is already washed, and when it's washed, if I do this, crunch, crunch. Okay, now let go of my hand. No camera trick. It's nice and clean. There's a tiny bit of dust, but that's good because that means it's coming from the granite itself. So those will contain minerals that would be good for the succulent. Now this one, the unwashed one, only get a little bit even, so tiny, look. And look at that. So this is what you'll get. So look at all my hands, all dusty. So there you go. More. Look at that. See? Look at that dust. Anyway, ooh. Now on the other side here, it's the same thing. So this is now the finer grits. Look, nice and clean. Now if I do this one, have to, okay, look at that. So look at all that dust. So you have to wash it and do the same thing. So for this one, I use a strainer, and for this one, I use my 1/8 of an inch sieve, or a sieve with finer holes. Dry it and then add it onto your mix. But there's a but. To get all the minerals and the good stuff that goes with it, sort of comparable to my decomposed granite, I would use Zeolite. Zeolite is mainly used for cat litter or absorbing cat pee or any moisture, basically. So it's good to use it for the succulents to have, say for example, the granite, the crushed granite that I'm using now is not as efficient in holding the moisture in as a decomposed granite. So you'll need something to help the succulent along, or help the soil along for the succulent to have something like this is a zeolite. It's so just look it up, Google it up, and or else if I explain it here, it's going to be too long. So this one now, I use 10% of my total. So I still follow my Master Succulent Soil Mix ingredients or the proportions of the cocoa peat, the compost, and the granite, which is now crushed granite, and also the potting mix and sea mungus. And if you haven't got sea mungus, you can use other fertilizers as long as it has a low nitrogen content. The lower the nitrogen, the better. And the succulent doesn't need that much nitrogen, and if you give them too much nitrogen, they go green and big. But anyway, so this one now, I put 10% of the zeolite. So this is like a finer grit zeolite. Put 10% of this into my master succulent soil mix now with crushed granite. So everything else is the same except the 10% zeolite added. That's for the nutrients for coloring up the succulent. So whatever minerals is missing in the crushed granite, the zeolite will make up for it. So let's take a little bit of this and put it there. This is now the unwashed. Now I suggest use a glove because it's going to be hard on your hands. But anyway, okay. Me, I'm tough, so I'm just going to wing it. See how the dirt, look. See, look at that. That's the mud that's coming out of it. And you can't just do this. You really have to rub it. You gotta rub it long time. Rub it long time. So that's why you gotta wear gloves. Okay. So, and after, oopsie, that's being washed, it's better if you have a lot of water and then you just sort of shake it underwater, much better. So anyway, so the whole idea is to have something like when you do that, see, look nice and clean compared to, this is a dry one. There you go. That, you don't want that. Okay, so the water is running nice and clean, and then shake, shake, shake the water, and we put it here. And I only do like about an inch or two at the most, layer like this, and leave it to dry up overnight or a day or so. And then the other one, the finer sieved one, or the finely the finer of the two, this one, now we do the same, but we put it on the strainer. But so you'll need a lot more water, but you can see that that is becoming cleaner. Now if we see, there you go. And not content with that, you still have to run it. And once it's clean like that, then I do the same thing. I put it in my little container here and leave it to dry up. So all that mud there, that's no good. So I put it in the driveway. That will stop a lot of the weeds from growing. Okay, continue. Lizzie, you gotta work all night.